And now to get the updates from the post-debate, we have VOA's Nova Poerwadi live from New York. Nova, it is the most watched debate in American history. Can you elaborate on this?
Well, yes, especially because the two candidates are very neck and neck in the polls. It is, again, a tight election, perhaps tighter, people say, than the last election in 2012. And that time it was against an incumbent president who was vulnerable because of the condition of the economy. But now we have two candidates who people on both sides of the aisle have reservations about. And I've mentioned during my previous report about their unfavorability ratings. And so there are a lot of people who want to make up their minds, and they are watching these debates closely. And this is, of course, the first live event, first televised event watched by voters after the party conventions earlier in summer.
But if you raise interest,
so Nova, has the debate met the public expectations?
Well, it was interesting, as you've shown in your stories, in your earlier news items, because he started out calling her Secretary Clinton, when of course we know on the campaign trail he calls her Crooked Hillary. So there was perhaps a bit of a surprise there that he could restrain himself so much. But of course the gloves were up really, really quickly when she mentioned a few things, including Trump's up, trickle down, in which he used to explain his economic agenda and other things that seem to get under his skin. This seems to be Hillary Clinton's one of her methods of perhaps getting under his skin and making him lose his cool. Of course, you've also noted how many times he interrupted her. This also sometimes bodes ill for a candidate from other debates, senatorial, gubernatorial, when the male candidate seems to be interrupting a female candidate a lot. And we also see how measured she is and how prepared she is. One of the lines oft-quoted is something along the lines of, Donald Trump criticizes me for preparing for this debate. I'm also preparing to be president. To contrast between her preparation for the debate, which followed a conventional path of mock debates and also getting in touch with the issues, whereas Donald Trump didn't have these mock debates, partly because he didn't seem to want to be too scripted, which is so not Donald Trump in this election cycle.
So can we tell clearly who wins the debate?
Well, analysts have always said people watch the debates usually already supporting one side or the other. And in the age of social media, if most of your friends are Democrats or already in the Hillary camp, then they'll, of course, pick up on the strengths of Hillary Clinton's answers to the moderator and also to Donald Trump. If your friends are mostly Republicans, you'll see a lot more responses in favor of Donald Trump's responses, his unconventional responses, which appeal to his base. According to some polls that have gotten out, Hillary Clinton seems to have won the debate for now. But of course, these polls are taken perhaps with a smaller margin of respondents compared to polls dealing with actual elections. And they may, in fact, be a little bit skewed partisanship-wise because not the whole electorate goes to tune in to the political debates. Mind you, this is still the first debate. People tend to forget that Barack Obama, President Obama, did really badly in his first debate, and then he made a comeback, oddly enough, in Hofstra University 4 years ago. That was the second debate between him and Mitt Romney, and that's when he sort of made a comeback after his poor showing at the first debate. The jury's still out. We'll be discussing it impact-wise and looking at the polls. One prominent blog here, the 538 blog, is suggesting that perhaps Hillary Clinton won this debate, and that could translate to a couple of percentage points of support for her in the polls going ahead, Aline.
Okay, thank you so much, Nova Poerwadi live from New York.